What's up, guys? I'm finally back. Finally got the kids out the house, and it's just me, myself, and ready to listen to this song. This highly requested song, Cassius Clay by Avelino featuring Dave. I've grown to understand that Dave and Avelino are master lyricists, so I'm very excited to hear this song. I've been excited to hear this song for a couple of weeks since I saw in the comments that people were requesting that I listen to it. It's been hard not to listen to it, but I haven't. I've stayed disciplined and I haven't listened to it. So finally, I'm excited to hear it. Let's do this. All right, guys. Avelino, Cassius Clay.
Made this happen, I was the cause.
All right, so he got right into it there. Didn't waste no time. I wasn't ready for it.
Made this happen, I was the cause. Hand me the bat and hand me the torch. Running the game like it's a sport, but all I got in this world is my word and my balls. Yeah. Said Scarface. Yeah. Good fellas learn the hard way. Never had a godfather or my padre, so I went and got some Margellas for my Marj, cause it's been graveyard.
All right, so he said Scarface, Goodfellas, Godfather. So he named three old mafia movies, gangster movies. He said he never had a godfather or a father. So to show his appreciation to his mom, he went and bought her some high-end fashion, shoes. So that's cool.
Margellas for my Marj, cause it's been graveyard shift since I put that in his grave. Made it out of the maze, I'm in amazement. No haram, I go ham when I pray, cause there's no real help.
No haram?
Made it out of the maze, I'm in amazement. No haram, I go ham when I pray, cause there's no.
Yeah, okay, he said no haram, I go ham when I pray. So haram is a word it means forbidden, I think, for like Muslims in Islam. So pork is obviously forbidden in Islam and for Muslims. So he said no haram, I go ham when I pray. So I like that. I'm catching a couple of them.
No haram, I go ham when I pray, cause there's no real helping hand when handling pain. If God made man in his image, I'ma create, I'ma be great. Me casa su casa, Cassius Clay. Rumble in the jungle, I'm from the land of the brave. Souls in the sea, I rode in the deep, now with the wave.
All right, so he said Cassius Clay, he's going to be great like Cassius Clay. Muhammad Ali. Rumble in the jungle. It sounds like, it was tough for him growing up. It's like his neighborhood was like the jungle. So Rumble in the jungle, and then taking it back to, I believe it was George Foreman. The Rumble in the Jungle fight, Muhammad Ali and George Foreman.
Rumble in the jungle, I'm from the land of the brave. Souls in the sea, I rode in the deep, now with the wave. Yo, Dave, man, I still remember conversations about awards and the invalid validation. I got the world in my hands, that's world domination. Man, I'm not pop, we're just pop into the population. And I've got dreams and ambitions, people that listen. Love the fans, cause all I had was fiends in the kitchen. I'm in Dior, guess I'm preaching and Christian. My pocket's deep.
He's in Dior, so I guess he's preaching in Christian. Christian Dior is that another high-end clothing line. So Dior, and the guy's name is Christian Dior, so it's like he's preaching in Christian because he's got Dior on. All right.
Preaching and Christian, my pocket's deep, but my jeans full of riches.
My pocket's deep, but my jeans are full of riches. I think he's referring to his genes like Gene. His bloodline is full of riches.
Preaching and Christian, my pocket's deep, but my jeans full of riches. Descendants of a king, I got people who depend on me, dependents of a king. My teacher mentioned credit, never said it was a thing. Why you think the mortgage lender isn't lending her a thing?
He said my teacher mentioned credit, but she never said it was a thing. Why do you think the mortgage lender isn't lending her a thing? I believe that's just saying teachers, as hard as the teachers work, you know, they don't make it far. That's what I think he's saying. You know, the teacher couldn't get, you know, a good mortgage, you know, because she didn't have good credit, because she didn't make a lot of money. I may be wrong, but that's just what I heard in that.
Thing why you think the mortgage lender isn't lending her a thing. From a real estate to real estate, made sure I ate with my niggas before the dinner dates.
From the real estate to real estate. That's a nice play on words. All right. So he's saying he was in a real state of, you know, urgency, you know, before he made it. It was tough. And then, like he said, from the real estate to real estate. So now he's got money to buy properties and he's made it. So it's basically from the bottom to the top. I may be wrong with some of these, man, but it's just what I'm hearing. My first interpretation of the line.
Date to real estate, made sure I ate with my niggas before the dinner dates. I had so much on my plate, now I'm eating like a king, had to work like a slave. Imagine if we never imagined this. Imagine if our imaginations couldn't fathom it. Imagine if the butterfly effect was a caterpillar in the Garden of Eden by the tree where the apple is. I'm way too talented to still be in.
What did he just say?
Imagine if we never imagined this. Imagine if our imaginations couldn't fathom it. Imagine if the butterfly effect was a caterpillar in the Garden of Eden by the tree where the apple is. I'm way too talented.
All right, he said, what if the butterfly effect was a caterpillar in the Garden of Eden by the tree where the apple is? All right, so a butterfly effect is basically, I think they said, like, if a butterfly flaps his wings on one side of the world, it can cause a hurricane on the other side or something. So, in other words, like something small could, you know, avalanche into something big down the line. All right, but that's hard to interpret right now. All right, let's try it one more time. What if the butterfly effect was the caterpillar in the Garden of Eden by the tree where the apple is? Caterpillars eat apples. So basically, what if the caterpillar ate the apple instead of Adam and Eve? So then we wouldn't be separated from God. We wouldn't be living in sin. Oh, that one goes deep. That one goes really, really deep. I hate he hit me with that bar because I'm gonna be thinking about that for a while. Somebody help me out with that one, man. That one's deep. I don't even want to think about that bar no more for right now. I won't be able to get through the rest of the song. All right.
Was a caterpillar in the Garden of Eden by the tree where the apple is. I'm way too talented to still be in the sticks where there's javelins. I'm Olympic on Mount Olympus's peak. At the top it's only us, I'm with my G's, but I ain't gotta be high. There's higher powers in me, it's AV. I fell asleep and spoke to MJ, and he told me heal the world, make it a better place. Enough red jackets in my ends.
All right. Michael Jackson, he fell asleep and had a dream. He was talking to Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson told him to heal the world, which is a song by Michael Jackson, Make It a Better Place.
I fell asleep and spoke to MJ, and he told me heal the world, make it a better place. Enough red jackets in my ends, it's the end days. Why you think I'm rolling with trendsetters that set pace? Grew up in a race, with a race it's a place where they want to replace us. I'm patient, but then I'm impatient. God's grace has been ever so gracious. Something to say, but I'm the savior, cause I'm in the matrix, an alien, cause I'm in a spaceship. I saw my niggas on slave ships.
What did he say? God. He sped up there.
In a race, with a race, it's a place where they want to replace us. I'm patient, but then I'm impatient. God's grace has been ever so gracious. Something to say, but I'm the savior, cause I'm in the matrix, an alien, cause I'm in the...
He's something to say, but he's the savior because he's in the matrix. Is he like the one, the chosen one, like Neo? Because Neo was kind of like the savior in the movie The Matrix. So he's the one. Man, these bars are very, very tough to break down, like, on first listen. You guys are gonna have to help me out with these. He's got something to say, but he's the savior because he's in the matrix.
Cause I'm in a spaceship, I saw my niggas on slave ships. I remember telling Whitney, you're my queen. I was selling Bobby New Edition on my street. Feds were taking...
Okay, I remember telling Whitney, you're my queen. I was selling Bobby New Edition on the street. So Whitney Houston and Bobby Brown was a very screwed up, relationship. Bobby Brown was in New Edition. All right, so he said, I remember telling Whitney, "You're my queen," while he was selling Bobby. So is Bobby slang for drugs? Bobby knew it, so he was selling drugs on the street. I don't know what he's referring to about I was telling Whitney, "You're my queen." Again, help me out.
Pictures taking Whitney on my queen. I was selling Bobby New Edition on my street. Feds were taking pictures of my team. But I saw the bigger picture, the depiction of my dream. It was nightmares when we lost Mo and Leng. Had a nigga feeling out of place at his home address. I'm the first nigga with insomnia who overslept. I paid 70 in taxes, it don't match what I owe to them. And
he said he's the first one with insomnia who overslept. He's the first one with insomnia. Someone who has trouble sleeping. Who overslept. He was asleep. Was he sleeping on himself? I don't know, you guys help me out with that one, man.
it's crazy.
Lately, I see a lot of man trying to play me. I ain't an escort, but it's fuck you, pay me. Deja vu.
I love Dave, man. Oh, man. Oh, my God. Lately, I've seen people trying to play me like an escort. It's fuck you, pay me. All right. Don't have to explain that one.
A lot of man trying to play me. I ain't an escort, but it's fuck you, pay me. Deja vu every time that I get a break. Gee, I used to visualize my reality in a daydream. Dream to be happy, are you happy with a dream team? Full of happy niggas, are you happy with your team? How many man had talent and ended up on the street? He didn't act on it, now he looks unhappy with his scene.
How many talented guys didn't do anything about it and it ended up on the street? You didn't act on it, so now you're not happy with your scene. If you got talent but you don't work hard, you might not make it. So he's saying you had talent but you didn't work hard, you didn't do anything about it, so now you're still, you don't have anything still. You never made it. You didn't act on it. It sounds like using acting, terms. You didn't act on it, and now you're unhappy with your scene. All right.
Talent and ended up on the street, he didn't act on it, now he looks unhappy with his scene. Happy Halloween. Me and the team branched out from selling leaves. If my life was a film, the title on its release would have to be Jeff Shreve. It's one incredible scene.
All right, he's still going on with the acting terms a little bit, but he said something that confused me. Oh, yeah. He said Happy Halloween. Somebody help me out with that one. I really don't know what he was going for. It seems like it was out of place. I'm sure it's not, because he's a genius, but I'm not catching it. He said, unhappy with your scene. Happy Halloween.
Life was a film, the title on its Halloween. Didn't act on it, now he looks unhappy with his scene. Happy Halloween. Me and the team branched out from selling leaves.
Me and my team branched out from selling leaves. They were selling weed, but they've graduated, above that. And they used branched out leaves like weed and branch. Okay, everybody understands the tree references.
Happy Halloween. Me and the team branched out from selling leaves. If my life was a film, the title on its release would have to be Jeff Shreve. It's one incredible scene. I ain't had a break since the pedal bike in my teens, so I wouldn't lose sleep if you couldn't sell me a dream. I'm tired.
Ooh. I haven't had a break since the pedal bike in my teens, so I wouldn't lose sleep if you couldn't sell me a dream. So he's had it hard all his life. He's not going to lose sleep if you can't tell him it's going to be okay, because he's used to it. He's used to living rough. He's used to bad luck.
I ain't had a break since the pedal bike in my teens, so I wouldn't lose sleep if you couldn't sell me a dream. I'm tighter than these guys, it's all lies that they're feeding. The seeds of deceit grew the tree in the trees, and no reason for the way.
The deceit in the seeds grew the trees of treason? That's deep. That is deep. If that's
It's all lies that they're feeding. The seeds of deceit grew the tree in the trees, and no reason for the way that you'll live and make a decision. I hate mediocrity. Last dream I had, I saw Socrates. He told me he believes in my philosophy. I just do numbers, I ain't waiting on the lottery.
He saw Socrates in his dream, and Socrates said, I believe in your philosophy.
He told me he believes in my philosophy. I just do numbers, I ain't waiting on the lottery. Nah, I'm best on the scene. The only thing that follows when you're mentioning me, man, invest in a girl when interested, but she ain't invested if she don't say invest in your dream. You invest for your
All right, so we're on some investment terms.
girl when interested, but she ain't invested if she don't say invest in your dream, man. Nah, I'm best on the scene. The only thing that follows when you're mentioning me, man.
The only thing I follow is when you're mentioning me. So he's not with all the social media shit. He's not following anything unless you're mentioning him. But then I want to get to the investment term.
Nah, I'm best on the scene. The only thing that follows when you're mentioning me, man, invest in a girl when interested, but she ain't invested if she don't say invest in your dream.
Okay, invest in a girl if you're interested, but don't invest in her if she doesn't seem invested in your dream. So if she's not going to support you, she's got to go. He also used the investment terms: interest, invest. So like Dave is fucking genius with this shit, man. I'm going to listen to this song again and again, and I know I'm going to catch more bars on the following listens.
She ain't invested if she don't say invest in your dream. You invest for your queen, I invest for the queen. There's a big fucking difference. When I was 18, I was a 6-figure nigga. Trigger happy, I'm a killer for dinners. We ate livers and corned beef. I work in silence. My touch Midas. Yes, colorism real, but don't.
I work in silence. My touch is modest, like King Midas. Everything he touches is gold. Okay, Dave. Everything he touches is gold, like King Midas. I got the Midas touch.
Beef, I work in silence. My touch Midas. Yes, colorism real, but don't let them divide us.
Colorism. Don't let them divide us. Colorism. From what I know about colorism, it's like in the dark skinned community, like black people, like the light skin and dark skin, they want to divide like dark skinned people and light skinned people, like basically being racist in your own race, I guess. Again, somebody correct me if I'm wrong there, but he said colorism. What did he say?
My touch Midas, yes, colorism real, but don't let them divide us. We're all blacks trying to run our own race in our own way, feeling pressure from our own race. You're struggling to relate. In the black man's eyes, see pride, see pain, see joy, see days of hardship. You wanna be black, but you don't know what dark is. You want our blood, but you don't know what heart is. How could he draw me out if you...
You want to be black, but don't know what dark is. Can't speak on that. I cannot speak on that.
don't know what dark is. You want our blood, but you don't know what heart is. How could he draw me out if you don't know what art is? I'm Picasso.
How could he draw me out if he don't know what art is? And then I heard he say, I'm Picasso, the Italian artist, like one of the best artists, ever. How could he draw me out if he don't know what art is? I'm Picasso.
But you don't know what heart is. How could he draw me out if you don't know what art is? I'm Picasso. This me and man know. It's kidnapped. Nothing but red paint when the van goes. I don't make pop art also. And these kicks that I wore hold up. I had a tough upbringing.
I heard he said Picasso, Van Gogh. Van Gogh is the one who cut off his ear and gave it to that prostitute, I think.
No, it's kidnapped. Nothing but red paint when the van goes. I don't make pop art also. And these kicks that I wore hold up. I had a tough up.
I knew I heard it. He said Andy Warhol. I knew I heard it, which did pop art.
I don't make pop art also. And these kicks that I wore hold up. I had a tough upbringing and hard days. I saw those. Weight on my chest, only right, I got a torso. Be happy for me. I'm happy to see I happen to be the only one that made it happen for me. As a child I saw lost, now I'm a man in defeat. Outstanding, I stand for something when I
Did they not just murder that fucking track, man? Let me help you. They did. Wow. Avelino and Dave. I can see why so many people recommended this song.
Jason, Julian, that's my guy.
Wow. Another song that blew me away, man. Avelino and Dave, Cassius Clay. Wow, great song. All right, guys. Wow. Bring on some more recommendations. I apologize if I messed anything up in that. If I messed up some interpretations or words. Give me a break there. That was tough. I got to listen to that one again. But anyway, please leave a like, leave a comment, make some recommendations. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. I would definitely appreciate that. But other than all that, I'll catch you guys next time. Thank you guys so much. I'm out.